Hey guys, this is Devin here with Hillbilly Networks. Today I want to show you the Milwaukee Fuel M18 Weedeater and many other things because it has the quick lock attachment. I actually just took this off for the first time a few minutes ago. All you do is undo this knob right here, loosen it up, push your button, and then you put in your other attachment. Other attachments that I can think of right offhand that I've seen are, I think there was a leaf blower, maybe a hedge trimmer, and there was even a tree limb saw, like for tree trimming. That's all I can think of right now. Anyways, though, you can put in, I want to say like there's 5 to 10 other different options that you can put in this thing, but I got it for weed eating. So it's battery powered, and I've got a few different batteries over here. I have went through 4 Milwaukee batteries trying to weed eat my whole property, but I have 2 acres that there's a lot of weeds, so that's not saying a lot as far as the performance of Milwaukee batteries goes for this. It actually lasts a long time. After that first time, that was when everything was kind of rough. I work a lot. Unfortunately, things kind of grow up. My wife mows, but she doesn't weed eat. So that was me whacking everything down after it had grown up a lot. I want to say the time after that, I put the big battery, which is the HD 12. I put it in it and it lasted the whole time. It still had a charge for everything I was weed eating. So if you're just doing regular weed eating maintenance with it, especially if you get this thing, but these things are about $250, I believe, for these big batteries. But if you got those, it's gonna last pretty much the whole time. One of the things I'm gonna do here soon though is I'm about to use this in the yard, and I'm going to try to time how long, if I can even make this thing go dead. I know I'm not gonna make that thing go dead, so I'm just gonna say no to that, and we'll take a XC6 and I will time it. And I can tell you how many bars went down. Also, I'd say most people don't have that HD12. Most people that buy this, that I've talked to, you know, a lady in the store was talking to me about it and talking about how her batteries wouldn't last that long, but she doesn't work for a power company and she doesn't do a trade, so she probably doesn't have 100 batteries sitting around, so it makes a big difference. Or the big batteries. I mean, this is an XC6, and this is an HD12. They make a new one called, I think it says Forge on it, which is supposed to be even, it's like half the size of this one, but 12 times stronger. That's a new one they make. So I mean, if you're factored in, you're doing work like that for your job every day, you probably have batteries like this sitting on your truck or at your house that would last the entire time you need it to. But I think most people, when they go get this, they get a smaller battery or 2, and no, those aren't going to last very long if you've got a little small battery. I'm not sure how small M18 even goes, if they've got like a 2 amp hour or 4. Either way though, we'll test it out and see, and I'll demonstrate it for you. Here it has a safety, just like, you know, a lot of outdoor tools do, chainsaws and whatnot. You gotta push that down, and then you push the trigger. This right here controls your power. You can push it and it changes how strong you want it. I keep it on 3 because, I mean, everything I'm doing, and again, I live out in the country area, if I didn't say that already. I need the full power on it. Otherwise, it ain't gonna cut through some of the big tall weeds I've got. The other thing is the head on this is pretty neat. I'm sure if you've used an electric attachment, electric type weed eater head, I'm sure it's probably been similar, but I'm used to gas equipment. I've got, on the wall behind you, I've actually got 2 Husqvarna 2 cycles, and I've got a Ryobi that's in parts on the floor. Both of the Husqvarnas run, but I have to tune them up every year, and I swear they get worse every year. And I've changed out stuff on it. I got tired of messing with it, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna get an electric. That's what everybody else has. Let me give it a shot. And I went with Milwaukee because I've got all these batteries. So I went to string the head, and on a traditional like gas Weedeater, you take this off, then you wrap it around it, then you very carefully put it back in there with everything lined up. And if you accidentally let go, your string goes all over the place and you gotta start over. I just assumed that was what you would do with this. I'll be honest and say that. But this one, you actually turn the head and line it up a certain way, your string will actually feed all the way through, because when you line it up a certain way on here, this hole and this hole lines up with holes in the center in the inside, and then the string will actually shoot all the way through. Once you get it all the way through, you pull it out evenly on both sides. So say you have 6 foot, leave 3 foot on this side, 3 foot on that side, and you just start turning it. And when you turn it, it's actually going to reel that string in. It's pretty cool. But again, if you've got a battery powered Weedeater, you're probably used to that. I'm just not, so I kind of giggled when I noticed it because I was like, that's awesome. But we'll get it out here and we'll see how it does, and I'll show you on video how it performs. All right, well, we finished testing the M18 Milwaukee Weedeater and/or hedge trimmer, tree trimmer, and blower, and many other things. I did not use the big battery. I used the XC 6.0 and I ran it till it was dead. Maybe not that one. That one, there we go. That one's flashing, that's the one. Ran it till it was dead, and that took about 10 minutes on the highest power, the 3rd bar up here, bar number 3, the highest. So as you can see in the video, it has no problem cutting down tall weeds. I let that area grow up there. We're just gonna go ahead and say that's why I let it grow up, to test it with this. We'll go with that. But it brought that down in about 10 minutes. So it's got the power. If you live in a 1/4 acre property in the city, maybe a 1/2 acre, but you only got a 1/4 acre to take care of, and you weed eat every week, that battery is going to do just fine for you. More than likely, you should be able to get your weed eating done in 10, 15 minutes or so. I would say 10 minutes, more than likely. But just know this one's going to last you about 10 minutes, full power. If you live out in the country, I would say hopefully you work for somewhere where you have a bunch of Milwaukee batteries, because you're going to need them if it's not a weekly thing. I'm gone a lot, so my wife mows and I weed eat. So if I've been working like crazy, doing side jobs, we have a business and I work for a power company as well, and I do YouTube, family stuff, keeps you busy, I don't get the weed eating done. So as a result, when it grows up like that, I need this, and I need these, and I need another one of those, and 2 of these and 2 of those get me through my whole property. But if I'm doing it weekly, I've found all I got to do is put this one battery in it, and it'll do everything I need. So that's on a 1 acre property, going around the house, the play set, hitting around some trees, some various different areas around the garage, and it does all that with just this battery. Granted, this battery is about $250, so keep that in mind. But the smaller batteries here, if you got a smaller property in the city, it'll do just fine for you. So there you go, Milwaukee. You've seen it in video, and it works great. Thanks, guys.